In our experience, only about 1 in 10 companies actually accomplishes 100% of what they set out to accomplish in a change program, in a transformation, or in an initiative. And the mistake they typically make is they massively overinvest in what we call the installation. So what's the answer? What's the organizational structure implication? What might be the financial implications? And where they underinvest is actually thinking through how they realize the results. And that's where the results delivery toolkit that we've developed comes into play. And fundamentally, it's really based on 3 different premises. Premise number 1 is that all change, not just negative change, not just positive change, all change is disruptive. And that's the bad news. But the good news is that human reaction to change is very, very measurable, quantifiable, and predictable. And I'll give you an example. We've got clients, for example, who are partway through a change program, and they'll come to us and they're worried because those individuals that were excited about the change program initially are now struggling. And what we will do is we're not worried about that. In fact, we'll say fantastic, because what that means is one of 2 things has just happened. Either they actually now believe that you're going to make the change, and in the past they weren't really quite sure. Or what they've realized is they actually have fully internalized the implication of change and the impact of change on them. And naturally they're having a negative reaction to that. So that's the first underlying principle. Understanding that, measuring that predictably. The second principle is that organizations can only move and change as far as individuals in the organization. And so it's not about top-down blanket messages. It's really thinking about targeted communications to the specific individuals, typically further down in the organization, that need the change. And the third part of it is just like individuals go through patterns and predictable patterns in change, so too do organizations. And we've analyzed a number of different change programs. And what we find is there's typically 15 different risks that will play out and cause things to unravel for that realization not to reach 100%. And we're able to predict that, we're able to analyze that, and we've got a very, very specific set of tools designed to address each of those combinations of factors and how they come together. So at the end of the day, change is hard, but if managed well, it's absolutely something that should not get in the way of having a company fully get to what they're expecting to accomplish and realize when they take on a change.